I know.
All
I
right,
can see myself now.
guys, welcome back to the Spin Zone podcast with me, Cake Eater. We also got Chad and Vile. How are you guys doing today?
Pretty good. Oh,
Doing good.
All right.
Hello.
So,
I'm doing fantastic. This guy's sick though.
it happens. It's that transitioning time between cold as hell to being warm as shit. So, totally understandable. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have not heard, Beyblade has been popping off with events lately. So we had the big Michigan tournament about a month or so ago. We got regional qualifiers that just got announced literally last night.
Yeah.
And now we got another huge tournament coming from the Pennsylvania area and the kind
North
of
Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
North Carolina. I'm sorry.
Nice try.
Yeah, North
Yeah,
Carolina area. I do apologize. It's been
You're
a day.
drunk.
Dude, I wish. Shit. Anyway, so from the North Carolina scene, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Fast Time and also Broken Jew. How are you guys doing today?
Broke Jew.
Broke
Jew.
I thought it was
Broke
man.
Uh-oh.
It has been
Not Brokeback Mountain Jew, not Broken Jew, not what?
You are
No,
over
broken
right
is
now.
how he feels after the
Broke
tournament.
Jew. Broken is how I felt after last tournament where I went 3-3. 0-3 to start. It wasn't a good day. We know how RNG this kind of is sometimes, and yeah, you got me that day.
hey, sometimes
yeah.
sometimes it happens, especially for the best of us and the worst of us. Speaking about the best and the worst, I don't even know that little transition. Chad, what's going on with our sponsors?
I think what Cake was trying to say, ladies and gentlemen, is speaking of the best, let's talk about the best two sponsors that sponsor this podcast.
I'm glad you could read my mind.
Everyone watching the Huh?
I'm glad you could read my mind, but keep going on with your little spiel.
Great. Everyone watching the podcast, be sure to visit Bays and Bricks today and use code SPINZONE to save 7% off your order. That's SPINZONE for 7% off of your order. And you can also visit Mall of Toys and use code SPINZONE podcast for 5% off your order. Just do it already. What's stopping you?
Exactly. There
Literally
are
nothing.
I mean, you're not wrong. There are a lot of good Beyblades out there, all the pre-orders and everything else like that. So go ahead, go to baysandbricks.com, use code SPINZONE, and go to Mall of Toys and use code SPINZONE podcast, because all that support is loved and appreciated. And for those who have used it, really do appreciate that, because that love will come right back to the podcast. So now, a big tournament in the North Carolina scene. We are talking about the Queen City Classic Skyfall. First off,
Yes.
these prizes are amazing. First place.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think they're kind of cute.
So for those who cannot see, first place is 3 blue Aero Pegasuses and $500.
Cake, why can't they see? I sent you the banner in your inbox.
Because I'm
For
not.
those listening to the Spotify podcast, sir.
Hey, just a little John Cena action is all it is.
Sure.
Oh my God.
Sometimes you can't see this.
I mean, because I'm not
The
sharing.
prizes are so goddamn fine. They're so sexy. You just can't see it. You know what I mean? It's just blinding. It's what it is.
Are they the John Cena of prizes?
That you got it.
Oh, God.
Oh my God! Speaking about John Cena,
No,
now-
you can see these. These are real.
okay.
These are real.
So first place is 3 Aero Pegasuses and $500, which is wild.
Three blue ones.
3 blue ones.
Yep.
Yes. And
3
then
blue ones.
Second place is 1 red and 1 blue plus $300. Third place is 1 blue Pegasus and $200. Top 32 giveaway will be a shark scale. but it is a little bit pricey of a entry fee, which is $50, and it's a little pricier.
Cake.
Yeah.
$40 if you pay on NCBBX. Make sure you prepay if you haven't.
Ooh.
Just saying.
Yeah.
$50
Cake.
day of, $40 if you prepay.
Yes.
Cake. You also
that,
missed something. The
Yeah.
giveaway is a red arrow Pegasus. Top 32. It looks like they're all getting shark scales.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
And
I
that
totally
prize
misread
pools
that.
also went up. By the way, we're officially sponsored by Mall of Toys for this event. And so it's going to be another 150 for first, 100 for second, and 50 for third.
Also, something that we love,
John Cena
Burr is gonna give us he's gonna give a giveaway. He's got a whole spiel about that. So there's that. But we've got a cute little giveaway bay that we're also gonna do. Well, you can't say no to free bays. Come on now, guys.
No,
Free
you can't.
dreidels? What are we doing?
my God.
I can say no
What
to
are
a free
we doing?
Beyblade if it's Horn Rhino.
I mean,
Listen, guys, listen. I love Beyblade, and I was built for this. In fact, I've been practicing my whole life dreidling, and now we finally got these professional dreidels, and like calling out my name. Like, what are we doing?
This guy.
What are we doing?
dude, this guy's awesome.
Can I just
This
take a
guy's
wild
awesome.
guess here and say? Can I just take a wild guess and say your favorite Beyblade then is Bullet Griffin because it's two dreidels in one, and when it gets hit, you get two dreidels on the battlefield.
Two
Fucking
dreidels.
hate Bullet Griffins.
He hates it. He hates it.
Oh
Okay,
my
okay.
God.
So I
He
understand.
hates it.
I've got a
He
whole
hates it.
spiel, and this is a podcast, so it's long form. So I'm gonna assume that you guys are okay with it. So I've got a whole spiel about it. I like the idea of having fun. I don't like the idea of Bullet Griffin because if we're trying to make this a competitive sport and we started off with 1v1, you can't make an argument that once it splits in two, that it's still 1v1. It's 2v1 now, and it completely changes the game. Cool thing about Bullet Griffin is it actually does work, and it's cool to counter left spin. So it's going to be legal for Skyfall, even though I don't want it to be, but I just don't like the idea of it. I've got more, but yeah.
No, I get it. I totally understand it because anyone who's tuned into this podcast before, which you better have, if you haven't, I'll find your dad and I'll take him on a romantic date to Naples. But if you haven't listened to the podcast before, I've mentioned before that this gimmick has been a thing that's been in Beyblade before where a part of a Beyblade splits off and it's supposed to just be an obstacle. In every other form of Beyblade, it's been terrible, and all it is for the funny memes. Bullet Griffin, I hate to say it, I thought it was just going to be a funny gimmick. No, it actually works, and I hate that it works, but there is a way to make it less 2v1 and more 1v1, weirdly enough. For those who have been in the server, AJ has discussed before about putting it on merge, and his
Soft punch.
Bullet Griffin barely bursts. The top half barely comes off, so it's just a 60-gram Beyblade on merge.
Yeah.
Hey, gatekeep, okay? God, quit giving away all the Bullet Griffin swag. I don't want people running it. God, shut up.
And actually, that kind of brings up a good
no,
question.
that's been talked about
I
from
know,
Japan
I know.
for a while.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So, guys, that kind of actually brings up a really good question. Someone in chat actually heard there's a Rocket Griffin band at Skyfall. Is that true?
Who said that? No,
Bagor.
it's not true. I want it to be true, but it's not.
I was going to say, they just
saying-
mentioned the fact it's not.
I was saying in the North Carolina Beyblade chat that we're like, yeah, dude, Bullet Griffin is banned. I hate it. I actually had a huge, a really long, college thesis level conversation with a guy at NCBC talking about how much I hate Bullet Griffin. I'm going to save y'all all that. And yes, I might have mentioned that I don't want it to be at Skyfall, but after a week or so, we took a look at Bullet Griffin and its performance. It's actually pretty competitive. It works really well, and it's not unbeatable. It's far from unbeatable, but yeah, it's going to be legal. It's going to be.
Hey,
Okay.
I mean, worst comes to worst, you could make an entire channel dedicated to how much you don't like it and call it something like Anti-Bullet Griffin.
Oh, whoa. Call out. And then use it all the time.
Ooh.
And then use it all the time and put it on rubber itself.
And nothing wrong with that.
And you put it on a worn rubber Excel and win 8 tournaments with it.
Yeah,
So
eight tournaments out of 32.
Oh,
okay, so I got to know, what about Dran Strike?
Ooh.
So we had a conversation about that. We haven't made a decision. I've got thoughts about it, but we can't talk about it yet. I need to see its performance first.
That's fair.
I need to see its performance first. It's a 41 plus gram metal top that's like a, it's a mix between, what is it, Dran Dagger and Dran Sword, I think.
Yeah.
That thing is going to be a beast. Anybody that says it isn't, I don't think is right. But yeah, I see it being like a better version of Phoenix Wing because like its design, it does have the triangular shape, even though it does have a mix of Grand Dagger. It's got those like 3 big protruding, whatever the word is, prongs, points, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And we
Contact
know how,
points,
we know how
that's a
dangerous
better word.
triangles are in the game. That's a better word.
Yeah.
So it does have those 41 grams. What are we talking about? That's going to be insane.
Well, that's the reason I asked is
So-
because your events on the 23rd, and
Yep.
Bullet Griffin releases this Saturday, so a week before. And that's the reason I asked when we were talking about legality, is because like if you have a good pipeline, like sometimes, for instance, like I can get stuff in that first week, but like 90% of players will not. Like Mall of Toys, Bays and Bricks, Bay Warehouse, Spin City, they just will not get people that bay by your event. But somebody who comes like directly through Japan might get it. So I was wondering from like a fairness perspective.
Yeah, exactly. That was my whole perspective on it too. Like, what if it's goated, right? Like, what if there's like this 9-year-old who shows up and he's got amazing contacts with Japan, and he's never played like Beyblade ever, but he runs this, and it just destroys everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
True.
I like. And Fast Times knows, and I mean we've discussed this with Fast Times Endorser and everything. We're trying to make Skyfall as fair as possible. Like RNG is going to be there, but like we want to make sure that skill shines through. That's why we're doing first to 5 instead of first to 4. We are doing a format where, and you guys might be familiar, you might not be, but what we're doing is we're making first to 5, 1 set, and then the loser of the battle gets to switch sides. So I'm actually hosting a tournament right now. I could show you, but we can do that later, actually, because we're in the middle of the conversation. But essentially, the Fast Times and I are battling, and he gets an over finish on my Clock Mirage. I never run Clock Mirage, but fucking hate that too. But just because I don't like to bay, there's like no other, I just don't like it.
It sounds like he's a hater, man. It sounds like he's a hater.
Hey, baby, somebody's got to be.
Bars.
That's it. There's going to be a lot of those. He gets an overfinish on my Clock Mirage. I get to choose if I want to switch sides, and we do that until somebody gets to 5. I think that sides does have like a huge advantage when playing. A huge advantage. So like if you're on X side and maybe that's your weaker side, you're gonna have the likelihood of you winning that game is gonna be reduced a little bit. So we're trying to do a balance of like fairness and like this is gonna be a huge tournament and like being sensitive of time, and I think that that's sort of the perfect mix. That's my spiel. I've got a lot of flow of consciousness, guys.
It makes sense to me. Now there's a question here in the comments section. What type of event experience do you guys have? Is this like your first major event? Have you run other major events? Do you run like weeklies or monthlies for Beyblade? Like what's your history?
Yeah. So I've been an organizer for a while now. I run weeklies every Thursday. Let's see if I can reverse the camera. There's a couple people here right now. Have y'all ever had a podcast at a tournament?
Actually, you are the
So
first.
I knew you. I knew you
'Cause
weren't
we're
at
doing that
home.
right now.
The ceiling was too high. The ceiling was too high.
What do you mean? Broke Jew can't be a liar and be rich and actually own a mansion? What are you talking about?
No, the ceiling. You don't have that black colored ceiling that high up in a house. That's not
No,
how.
this is fully a gymnasium. We've got a really good connect where I'm at with the owners of Dragon Sword. Beautiful space. This place can actually host 200 plus people, but it's not where we're going to host Skyfall. But maybe the next one. Wink, wink. Yeah, no, this place is gigantic. Like, I don't know if you saw, but all the way in the back, like this is fully a gymnasium. And we host weeklies here every Thursday. But this is our first huge tournament. And Fast Times can talk about this too. Skyfall wasn't originally, well, we wanted it to be big, but we didn't think it was going to be this big. We were originally going to go a lot bigger. We're not going to tell you how big because maybe that's going to be next time. But we were expecting it to be smaller. We weren't expecting the interest to be this big. And we really just wanted to familiarize ourselves with big tournaments. This is the first huge one that we're going to run. There's going to be mistakes. There already have been. And that's fine. We just iterate and we make it better next time, you know?
Yeah, that at the end of the day, as long as
Now,
you kind
our other organizer, Gorster, he actually held a 100-person tournament at UNC Charlotte. So
wow.
it's not quite as big as Skyfall, but we've got some decent size. We've also had a couple of tournaments with 60, 70 people and all that. So that's the thing about our scene is our weeklies are 40 people.
Yeah.
So we've got a large seat around here.
Yeah, the one over here at Dragon Sword, the one that I host, we have at 30 to 40 people show up on a Thursday. It's crazy. Yeah, that's insane. I don't know how we get that many people to turn out, and especially now that like school is over. We've got folks that can stay longer with kids.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, we've got a bunch of parents who pull up with like 2 or 3 children, and now they're happy because they can. Well, I don't think school's over them, but college is over. So some people are staying longer, and it's really sick. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I just think this scene in general is just blowing up tremendously. Like I said at the beginning, like all these really huge events are a major help. Like the Michigan event, and now we got you guys and all the other big, several hundred events. We even have another car tournament in July, I believe, in Toronto.
Is that the Kando one? Yeah, Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto, and another car one. So
Another Honda.
Another Honda, but like newer or something.
Yeah, something.
I love
like
it.
that.
Yeah, I love it. Here's the thing. So like, I love the idea of more car tournaments, but also this is no hate on anybody that's running car tournaments. I think it's sick, and I would show up if I could get a flight. Then maybe I will. Who knows? But like, what I love, what Burr is doing, which I love, is that he's being really innovative with his events. So like, first there's the car tournament that drew up a lot of interest, and like now there's the Japan thing, and I'm sure he's got a bunch of others in the works, and they're all innovative. They're all new, and that's what's really sick. The car tournaments are cool, but that's been done. You know what I mean?
I mean, you're not wrong. But yeah, like Aero Pegasus on top of a cash prize, those are huge.
I think it's
multiple Aero Pegasus.
Multiple Aero Pegasus.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think
it's multiple Aero Pegasus. It's like this is every My Little Pony fan's dream right here. Is this kind of tournament?
Is it Pegasus or Pegasi?
Pegasi, I think.
Yeah, Pegasi. Yeah.
Like we just got to make it clear, right?
The thing I like about y'all's tournament is that you have so many APs, right? Like AP is probably the most iconic bay right now for like actual players who play, not people who just watch the anime or whatever. But so it's tons of Aero Pegasus, which have value, and the blue and green one they're never going to get reprinted again. So the value is just going to go up. You know what I'm saying? So it's a great investment, but also cash. You know, when you have a car tournament, that's super cool. Burr's event drew a ton of attention to Beyblade. The event in Canada is going to draw a ton of attention to Beyblade. But the truth of the matter is that not everybody needs a 20 10's Honda Civic. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, all they're going to be thinking is like, how the hell do I get rid of this before I leave? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
That's what
Like
we're
Spandy
talking
winning,
about.
like he's gonna have to pay import taxes.
Right.
yeah,
We're like, dude,
whereas your
if
event
you
is
won, what would
cash
you
and
do?
Beyblades. That's what Beybladers want. They want Beyblades and they want cash to buy more Beyblades. Like,
but I'll
it's,
tell you what. Here's
Exactly.
the I'm putting on, I've got a lot of hats. I'm putting on, this one, devil's advocate. Here's the thing. Car generates interest outside of Beyblade.
well, no, that's what
Which
I'm
is
saying.
true.
That's
So, which is,
that's exactly what I meant. Like, it brings
Right,
a lot
right.
of attention to it
Yeah.
because we've been talking about here in Minnesota about maybe eventually doing an event where maybe not a car, but like a nice e-bike or something. And I'm
Mhm.
like, that's really cool. However, there's going to be a not insignificant subset of the players who aren't going to use an e-bike. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you give them a an Aero Pegasus or an Orochi cluster, they probably use that. You know?
uh,
Can always use the cash.
can always use the
Yeah.
cash.
Always.
Always sell it.
Cash is good.
See, cash is good.
Cash
Broke
is
two
king.
cash is king. Broke two like days and things that I can resell. I can be less
Especially-
broke, and then spend my money again on Beyblades, so I become broke. It's cyclical, guys.
It's
Is-
a
I would
is-
never
circle
admit
of
that.
life.
Never ending cycle.
Oh my god. Is Baygor a member of your guys' local community?
Yeah. Gorster is
Okay,
what we call them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Baygor is commenting, and he said there's another car event in Florida he's been hearing about.
Oh,
Ooh.
I have
Haven't
not heard about that one.
heard about that one.
I heard there's a bunch of car tournaments that's popping up. I just don't know about all of them. I know about the Toronto one, which is really hyped.
That one I could go to because my folks live in Florida. I could just leave the car down there, and then I'd have a car down there when I go visit them. That'd be nice, actually.
Okay, y'all got
Maybe I'll
make
do
the room
that.
for me. Hey, y'all got to make the room for me.
See, right?
Here's the real question, though. If the tournament is being held in Florida, does the gator in the back of the truck come free, or does that cost extra?
That's second place.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. You don't put. You got to leave the gators alone. They're protected. You could have a bunch of Burmese pythons in the back of the truck, though. That's something that happens in Florida a lot.
That's third place.
Bring a viper tail.
A handful of Burmese pythons.
Oh my God!
He said
Cake,
Viper
they want you to
tail.
bring your viper tail. They want you to bring your viper tail.
We'll be all right.
I'll make sure
Yeah.
AJ brings Crocbite down there.
Listen, like
Hey,
just talk your parcel tongue that you've been practicing with your viper tail. You'll be all right.
Especially on low
Oh, yeah,
rush.
see, Cake,
Yeah, I'm a
Cake's
fucking
got,
nerd. Look at that.
Cake's got the big black viper tail right here. Look at that.
Where's that low rush?
Hey,
The
Hey.
low rush isn't on it right now.
Oh well then.
hey, Cake.
But-
Cake. I love your name, but I'm a hater too. The reason I'm a hater, not of you specifically, but of
No,
Cake.
I was like,
because
what the hell did I
My-
do?
so- no. I love you. Listen to me. I love you. With all due respect, I love you. All right. With all due respect, I love you. But listen to me. This is something
Who the
that I like
hell's
to say
this
a lot.
guy?
And this is valid
Catching
because
strays.
May 23rd is going to be my birthday tournament, guys. It's not officially my birthday. My birthday's on May 26th. I'm turning 27. Ain't that crazy? But guys, I don't eat cake on my birthday. I know it's controversial. My favorite kind of cake is a steak. So if you were like steak eater, then I would love you, Cake. You would be in my good graces. But right now, like we might have a little bit of beef. No puns.
I was about to say that's a lot of pun.
Oh my
intended.
God!
There's a lot of puns.
Oh my God. Chad, you're gonna have a lot of fun with this episode with all the clips and shit. So
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
I currently have 5 clips in my brain that I'm going to be clipping for the TikTok.
oh my
Real talk.
God.
Oh
Anyway,
no, my stadiums.
Okay, so let's get into y'all's event a little more. Now, is
Yeah,
this
yeah.
being held at the University of North Carolina, Charlotte?
Correct.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah, the
I
coolest
just
thing
kind of
about
guessed.
hosting. Yeah. No, the coolest thing about hosting a university, and we have hosted at UNC Charlotte before, specifically Baygor, Gorster. Shout out to him. He's a cutie patootie. He's got long hair. I call him my L'Oreal commercial because when he shows up, guys, it's like
Oh my
slow mo. He's such a beauty.
Hey,
maybe
he's
it's
the
Maybelline
epitome of tall, dark,
and handsome.
and handsome.
Yeah, he's built like maybe it's Maybelline. You know what I mean? That's
Oh my
Baygor.
God!
All right, he is such a cutie patootie. But he's taken, girls. So if there's any girls listening, sorry, he's taken by me. No. He hosted a
Clip
Charlotte
number
before.
6.
He,
But yeah,
he's hosted
yeah,
a Charlotte
Gorster
before.
actually goes to UNCC.
Yeah, and he's a bright guy. But the reason we're bringing this up is we know that there's, with big tournaments, there's concern of like food, right? At UNC Charlotte, we've got a Bojangles right downstairs. There's a food hall. I don't know not a food hall, but like, attached to universities like center, there's a little bit of food that you can get. I think there's a Wendy's next to it. I know that there's a Bojangles. If Gorster can
Starbucks.
message us in the chat, he knows exactly what else there is. But there's going to be food.
Nice.
People aren't going to go hungry.
Nice.
Yeah.
And plenty of restrooms, by the way. Plenty of
Plenty of
restrooms.
restaurants.
That's huge.
So you got to take a piss.
That joke is never going to stop now. That's
you
never
don't
going
got
to
to go
stop.
behind a tree. You know what I mean?
But-
There's going to be
can
something
they?
for you.
Hey,
I mean, like, you
all
can
that
do whatever you-
matters.
Well,
All that matters is
Absolutely.
when people use the restroom, they clean up after themselves.
Listen,
Right.
allegedly, just for like legal reasons, you can do whatever you want. But if you get in trouble, it's not my fault.
That's fair. So the venue sounds pretty nice. I love me some Bojangles. We don't actually have that up here, but down in Florida they do. So
Yeah,
I
I've
know what
never
that's
even
like.
heard of it.
Bro,
Bojangles.
how have you
Really?
not
like
like?
chicken? You like chicken and taters?
Do I like what?
I mean, if he
if
he doesn't like chicken and taters, he's going to be the sole host of the podcast here pretty quick. So
No, I like me some chicken taters.
Bojangles. It's
I
a
love-
Southern classic, man. You definitely gotta
I
check it
I
out
was
with some
gonna
sweet
say, as
tea.
someone who's actually visited down south, there are 3 places that are good eats. Bojangles, In-N-Out was all right, but
No, it's
the
not.
biggest shout out I have to give when I
Cookout.
went down south
Cookout.
was Waffle
Cookout.
House. I don't know who y'all are hiring at Waffle Houses down there, but they know how to make food like it's no one's business,
Dude, you know what the
especially during
secret is?
breakfast.
You know what the secret is to Waffle House? I'm gonna tell you the secret. So instead of pepper,
Alcohol.
they use, so there's alcohol. That's one thing. But instead of using pepper, they ash their cigarettes on your omelet, and it just gives it that extra flavor profile, guys. And like it
Get
just
that
becomes
extra
addicting because you got to go back. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Oh my god.
that's wonderful. Actually, that you mentioned Cookout, bro. I've never gotten to
Yep.
go to a Cookout before. Are they pretty good?
Dude, I'm gonna fly you out right now.
Cookout's amazing.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
fly you out
because
right
Let's
now.
you
baby.
get a
go.
tray.
It's so
You
necessary.
get hush puppies as a side, man.
You get a quesadilla as a side, man. You get a corn dog as a side. You can get whatever
Yeah.
you want as a side, in fact.
That's pretty
And
cool. I like that.
So it used to, so now the economy is doing economy things. Gas is like $5 now.
We're close
That's
to it.
neither here nor there. But a cookout tray used to be only $5. You would
That
get
sounds great.
like a big old, this was my meal. You'd get a big double burger. So like 2 patties, 2 things of cheese, whatever you want on it, and 2 sides for $5. What are we talking about? That's amazing.
No, I mean
For a broke Jew, that's fantastic.
Oh my
no,
God.
I mean I get it 100%. These people always give me shit because I never want to get anything more expensive than the $5 meal at McDonald's. So
As you
I
should.
totally
As
get
you
that.
should.
No.
Do you
Um,
do you use the McDonald's the app? Because like I think there's like a 20 for like $9 you get like 20 piece chicken nuggets and like fries and all that. And dude,
That's the key to any of these fast food places. The apps always have better deals. Like
Oh, yeah.
Popeyes,
I
I
do
don't feel
that
like I
with
can
Freddy's
afford to go to
all the
Popeyes.
time.
But if I have the app, Popeyes app has some pretty good deals on it. So
and Mr. Vile, are you a little Jewish? Do you have a little percentage of Jew in you?
So I'm adopted, so I actually don't know.
Okay,
Oh.
okay. I think
I was
mix it up
adopted as
little
a
bit.
very tiny little baby, so I'm not sure.
All right. Well, I'm gonna tell you, you got the Jew card. Is all I'm saying. I'm giving it to you. I'm giving it to you.
I love
I'm gonna
it.
give
I
you,
love it.
I'm gonna give
I
you a
love
little
it.
key pop, our little mini hats with my team's logo on it. And then that's having the Jew cards. Is all I'm saying. We're not supposed to proselytize as Jews, but like I kind of I kind of got to a little.
Oh my
And
god!
I do it by sensing you and somebody. I'm like, I see your potential.
You'll
be good for the
And there's
community.
clip number 7.
So you have
Okay,
a potential of being a Jew.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying?
No, we love it.
No.
We love it.
It's
love it.
fantastic. I love it.
See, real quick, Bagor did comment. He said there's the Bojangles, the Wendy's, and also a smoothie place. He said.
Hell yeah! I don't know what the smoothie place is, but we love all that. We love all of that.
No, you've
Well,
never had
the Bladers are going to need something cool and refreshing. So
I love it. Yeah, no, it's so cool because like I mean, like hosting in a university has its complications. I mean, we've ran into, some logistics issues with it. So, there's that. But the cool thing is that you get your refreshments, you get your food, you get bathrooms.
Yeah.
Bathrooms. And you need that. I mean, like, it's so important. Like, I had to do a little pause just for like emphasis on bathrooms. Things like taking a piss somewhere where you like being able to take a piss and not stand in the line and wait for like 30 to 40 minutes is so important. Because like I don't want to
on that one, Danny?
Well, no, like you were asking earlier about if we put on bigger tournaments, it's stuff we've had to think about when we've got over 200 people signed up. It's not like a 40 or 50 player tournament where they're only going to be there 6-7 hours, where it's going to be an all day deal. So,
do you guys want to
Beykage?
Because we've got Beykage.
I was going to say, our tournaments have already been having that issue where, like, sometimes we'll get lines in front of the only 2 bathrooms that crack and hit.
Hold on. Is that Beykage behind you?
So that was Beykage.
That is Beykage.
Who was number 1 in season 0 for like months and months and months. So if you guys haven't seen his face, I can show you his face.
No, so Beykage is dope. He definitely had our back in a certain comment section at one point, and I appreciate that.
I remember that. I stayed out of that.
Beykage, a good dude.
Beykage
is that the anti-Bullet Griffin Club?
There you go. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Just so you know, I talked to Jacob Palm in one of their chats. I really, really want to host, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, but this is something that I've had an idea of happening. I love the idea of like scene versus scene. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So like qualifiers of like for West Coast and qualifiers for East Coast, and then NCBBX. NCBBX. I've got an LLC for it, so I can write off a lot of things. Jew things.
Ballin'.
We love it. I love my accountant. So that's why, getting some tickets to host something like this would be really cool. So I talked to Jacob Palm about it. I don't know if he's interested or not, but maybe this will, expand the reach. I also would love, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, but imagine a UK versus US tournament. Wouldn't that be sick?
If the UK was any good at Beyblade, then maybe.
Shout out to them. I love their clips. I love
No, I mean I'm
love
just fucking around. Like
yeah. I love their YouTube stuff. I think they're sick. The one thing I don't like is that all of their tournaments, their standard is 1st to 4 and then 1 set from what I've seen, and I don't like that at all.
Nah, no bueno.
No bueno at all.
Anyway,
but shout out Baymax.
No, touching off what he was saying with Jacob Palm and all that, the whole reason for us wanting to host this tournament was to put our scene on the map. Because you hear about up north, Michigan, you hear about the West Coast and, all that, but you never hear anything about North Carolina. Virginia, we claim them too. They're close with us, and we've got competitive bladers. All, like, we've got 10, 12-year-olds that'll whip most adults around here. So
10, 12-year-old.
We just wanted to show what we've got to offer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean
each state should have like a. Yeah, each state should be able to have their own like big claim to fame tournament at the rate Beyblade's going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's some states that's never gonna. listen, Wyoming just don't have enough people, bro. Like that ain't never gonna happen. But that's a really good point you guys make though, because like everyone is familiar. Like, oh, California had a 200-person tournament at Fullerton recently. Like, yeah, it's SoCal. They can get 200. It's kind of cool to see North Carolina. I wouldn't expect to see 200 plus people playing an event in North Carolina. That is unique and that is different.
It's so weird to just see.
Like,
I think it's awesome. It's still mind blowing the amount of interest that like we've garnered for Skyfall, because I really wasn't expecting it. Like, there's people from Canada coming, there's people from Michigan coming, there's people from Texas coming. I think TMS is holding, a qualifier. At least he told me that we're going to hold a qualifier. Whoever wins the tournament is going to get a free ticket to Skyfall, and I'm like, fuck yeah, do it. I love it. I haven't heard any more information about that, but I think that's sick. Just the amount of interest that's there. So like, and the cool thing about these really big tournaments is how it brings communities together.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like the Red Line Rumble, that was sick because we had folks from Virginia going, like my boy Goozy, shout out. He's a cutie patootie. Boom, Kaboom, Los, Amarin. I'm trying to list out all the names because I think they deserve shout outs. Gore is North Carolina. Virginia, I'm shouting all of my Virginia cutie patooties because there's more of them that went. Laban, Vano, Modulus. That's all I got at the moment. I'm sure I'm missing a couple, but they're all cute. Shout out.
They're all cutie patooties.
So like there was them, and then there was like folks that Michigan went. There was Pro Cookies from New York City that went. You know, there's so many themes that are all really good at their own different things, and they all came together for this amazing event. And like Skyfall, I wasn't expecting the level for it to be the level that it's at, but it ended up garnering a lot of interest. And we're getting that sort of stuff. We're getting Virginia, we're getting Michigan, we're getting about, I think, all of Spin City. I know that Burr is coming. He's cute. Shout out to Burr, shout out Spin City. Mall of Toys is sponsoring us. By the way, use code NCBBX for 5% off. I had to do a plug, right?
Absolutely. Now, did you guys just bump the cap up 10 more people yesterday?
Yeah. So we're doing there's a whole thing that we've been doing with that. And I talked about it with Fast Times. We've been doing like a little bit of a FOMO thing where it's like, every time it gets like close to, like let's say that we're at 190 and the cap is at 200. That's like, 10 more and you're close to cap. So we're going to bump it up by 10 there. And it's like, okay, we're almost at cap. So like add some urgency for people to sign up. The whole thing with people on WBO, and we all know this, folks sign up on WBO as sort of like a placeholder.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe I'm going to show up, maybe I'm not, but I want to reserve my spot.
Yeah.
So we've been bumping up the numbers gradually. We don't think that it's going to hit 200. If it does, cool. That's awesome. We're prepared for it. But fluffing up the numbers a little bit, padding it up, so there's more people that attend and more people get the opportunity to play. Why the hell not, right?
No, I mean that's good. That's good marketing. It makes sense. Can I ask you a question? If you're not comfortable answering, just tell. But
sure.
Can I ask you approximately what percentage, give or take, of players are prepaying?
Not that many. That was one of the things that we were trying to figure out. So a lot more have started to prepay now that we're getting closer to the event, which I assumed was going to be the case. We were, again, this is our first big tournament, so we were playing around with the idea of like, how to do this big tournament. So I thought, in my mind, I was like, maybe we're going to get more urgency if we offer, a $10 discount when you prepay. It seems to be that that's not the case. So we're going to try to play around with urgency for the next one, maybe offer a bigger discount. Maybe at a certain time you pay early and you get this discount, yada, 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 yada. When you host a really big tournament, there's like a lot of costs that go into it. So, and as all of us hosts know, in general, when you host a tournament, there's a lot of costs that go into it, whether it goes to stadiums break-ins or, buying your prizes or paying a venue or whatever it is. It's easier to get paid beforehand. And that's sort of NCBBX is that's sort of why I created that. My team of developers, they, you know, the first tournament that I went to, you're playing on like Cash App and Venmo. I was like, this seems inefficient. So the more that we can prepay or just have the opportunity to prepay, and some people like to pay with credit card and have different, ways of paying your entry fees, why not do that? And there's a bunch of other fun stuff attached to that on the website. It's not perfect yet, by the way. I'm not going to say it is. There's going to be some people that have said they have problems. That's sort of another reason we're hosting this big tournament, to test out the site. It's not perfect yet, but we're getting there and we're iterating. That's what it's all about. I talk a lot, by the way.
No, you're good.
No, that's totally fine. That's what the podcast is here for.
That's what a podcast is.
Long form. Yeah, long form discussions and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, saving that $10 on like a prepay is actually pretty beneficial. It helps.
Well, we thought so,
yeah.
because like $50 is a lot of money, granted. Surprised. So like, I feel like Redline Rumble really set the bar for us well, though. Because like doing this after that, I feel like Burr got a lot of the brunt of, oh my God, that's so expensive. It's like, dude, it's a car, like it's going to be expensive.
Yeah.
And like we were, Fast Times, me and Gore, we were like discussing, we were like, so, because this is a whole point of conversation of like price point for the tournament. Like a lot of people, like our people are going to get turned off or, have a little bit of hate and concerns about the price of the tournament. And surprisingly, we really haven't gotten that much backlash. I just got like, one message on my TikTok saying, dog, for an Aero Pegasus, like paying this much, it's a lot. I mean, like, yeah, granted, it is a good amount of money. But, people want to show up, people want to play. And I think that's awesome. Granted, I'm not going to pay if it's like an exorbitant price for something that's not worth it, like don't do it. The value of the tournament has to equate to the price of the entry. That has to always be the case. But, the cool thing is that we can have more big tournaments because the model is working. Like people are willing to pay 40 to 50 around that range for one of these really big tournaments. And hosts need that in order to cover event costs and all of this fun stuff.
No, I mean, I totally agree. That makes sense.
Yeah. Well,
I think a lot of people
don't. The reason why I'm mentioning that is the model works. That's what's really important. Like people are willing to pay that, so hosts know that they can host more big tournaments, and we're going to see a lot more now that like this model has been validated of big tournaments because they can put that cost up and people are willing to accept it. So there's going to be a lot more. Yeah,
well,
that's what I have to say.
I think a lot of people don't understand all the costs that are associated with running an event, and especially a larger event. I don't think the average person has any idea what it costs to rent out a gymnasium at a college. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they have any fucking idea. And I don't think people think about the fact that all the judges, anyone who's staffing is going to have to either get some form of compensation or they probably didn't pay entry or something. You got to source all the prizing. You got to make sure you have, like Burr had to bring in name tags, a bunch of bottled water. There's all these expenses that go into it. And, I think, I'm not saying like I've done a lot of paying attention to what happened at the Redline Rumble. And listen, I'm not saying there weren't some hiccups there. There definitely were. But I think Burr definitely was the first person who decided, I'm going to stick my toes in the water. And yeah, maybe he lost his baby toe to the gator, but he kind of gave everyone a model for like, hey, this can work. And hey, these are some things that he did really well. These are a couple of things we probably want to avoid, and he was the first one to do that. And now they've done it in Fullerton a couple of weeks back. And now y'all are doing it. So, that sets the stage for people in the future to run better big level events because they can see what works and what doesn't.
Exactly.
Someone's got to be the first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep. Somebody's got to be a trailblazer, and
Someone has to
there's
be the
only
guinea
going to be
pig.
more now. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's 100% agreed. I think it's really awesome though, and it's only going to get bigger. The really cool thing about Beyblade X, is it's bringing together. Well, we're all adults here. Like, yeah, we've got Danny Jr. I mean, little Danny isn't here. Little mini Fast Times isn't here, but like, we're all adults, and that's insane. This is a children's game, guys.
At the end
It's
of the
wild
day,
that at the end of the day, this is a children's game. I'm going to say my little promo for anybody new to Beyblade. Like, this is a children's game. With that being said, you do get little 35-gram metal objects that can go up to 65 miles per hour. Not all of them, but the fastest one recorded was 65 miles per hour. So it really scratches that reptile brain itch in the back of your head. That's my promo to like new players. I'm like, if you really, yes, it's a children's game. Yes, it's Beyblade, but what it really is, it's little 35-gram dreidels that go 65 miles per hour and go boom.
metal dreidels.
And those big booms, guys, is it the amygdala? Is that where the fucking reptile brain is? I don't know. Frontal lobe, whatever.
The
it is.
medulla
My
oblongata.
reptile brain is just like, guys, chewing on it.
Mama said,
I get what you're trying to say. It scratches an itch in your brain that makes you go, hell yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? We love big booms, guys. Come on now. It's technical big boom stuff.
that's why we
which
can't
I love.
stand the Wizard Rod versus Wizard Rods.
I don't know. My wizard rod is all I'm saying. I'm not going to tell you my combo and all because like I'm a gatekeeper and shit. You'll see it. You'll see it if you go to Skyfall.
Oh,
But mine should be pocketing stuff. Fast time. Remember our last match, which was a while ago, granted, and you still beat me. But my wizard
Yeah,
rod did pocket yours. So wizard rods can go boom.
What was that? The one on 170 Rush?
Nope.
oh,
Uh-oh.
yeah, that's
not
so
it.
Oh
good.
my
That's
God.
not it. That's not it. It is on Hexa. It is on Hexa, just so you know.
So, random
Of
question,
course,
not really about the event. Have you guys seen what popped up in Canada yesterday?
No, what happened?
Yeah, yes, I did.
What I missed? The Aether, the
Ether,
the new
Aether.
Beyblade? Oh yeah.
Yeah, what do you
I,
guys
Yeah.
think about that?
fucking sick. I made a really big mistake in the Virginia chat.
I'm excited.
I think it's really cool. I made a big mistake in the Virginia chat saying that Bison is going to be a new mummy, and I didn't realize that it's like doesn't have a ratchet.
Nope.
So
Ooh.
it
Just a bit.
maybe will. I thought it was going to be great. Yeah, my ass. I completely slipped my mind. I'm too focused on organizing a great event for you guys. Is what's going on, and I couldn't pay attention to new releases and beats. Oh my God, went in the chat saying, "Yeah, dude, this is 40 grams. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be new mummy." Ooh, I feel stupid. It might be good.
It could still be mummy-like in that it's
Yeah.
very defensive the way it's built. So, I mean, you're not technically wrong. It's just the Beyblade and the ratchet are fused together instead of being separate pieces. But I'll take that over a simple ratchet any day because they can't make those last even a week.
I mean, Chad,
unless
No.
unless you
Or
use a
disagree.
new. Yeah. Guys, by the way, we've got a guy named Cat on the Roof, and he's going to be selling Beyblades at Skyfall. So make sure you go. But here's the thing: we were talking about simple ratchets. This is how we're going to make the connect. If you're looking to get a Bullet Griffin or a Clock Mirage, make sure you go early because I'm going to buy them all because I hate that day. I hate them all, and so I'm going to monopolize them like a good breakthrough. So make sure to be there early. This is my way to get people to go to Skyfall early and show up because registration is going to be a pain in the ass. Yeah, check-in is
No,
gonna be a pain.
actually, forgot. We also have 3 custom deck boxes for first, second, and third for Skyfall as well. Mods by Orb. Orb's custom making some deck boxes as well.
That's
Awesome.
awesome.
Fast times, you actually, this might be news to you too. I organized a trophy for us. A big old trophy other than the deck boxes.
The what?
So I organized a trophy for us that's going to be cost effective, but still looking fucking cool as shit. A big old 3D printed Aero Pegasus for first place.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
So it's going to be
So,
cool.
we
We're going to
gotta-
be bringing some of
We
that.
got a question here about the event. At Skyfall,
Uh-oh.
will you guys Skyfall by Adele all day long or just during the finals?
Guys, we're gonna be playing the
Danny.
007 movie the entire time.
The
Come on now.
Skyfall
Okay.
movie.
Danny
We're
with
Yeah.
gonna be
Beyblade.
playing the movie
Oh,
on the
God.
screen the entire time. Like, you don't need to take a look at your talon. Fuck that, right? You just watch James Bond do his thing, right? Lock the fuck in. Channel that fucking 007 energy, am I right?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, we can battle the AP with this one.
Oh God,
Oh my god.
That's sexist.
that's so huge.
Wait, what is it? Let me see. I didn't see it.
The keel shark.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
That's
How did you guys
That
do
is not
those?
Kill Shark anymore. That's Kill Shark.
How did you guys do that?
That's keel.
We've got a 3D printer. We've got a guy that in our area that bought like a really good 3D printer, and the really cool thing is forget the name of it. Kyron Builds. They've got an Etsy. We'll promote it at Skyfall. I would love to plug him right now, but I forget the name. But yeah, we've got a great guy that's been playing. It's been like sort of 3D printing, but making it like a son-father bonding activity thing. And they've been making some really cool things, and that's just one of them. Oh yeah, it's been.
That
Yeah,
beautiful.
that's sick. I
Oh
love
my
that.
god.
Hey, that's going
I
to be
love
legal
that.
for Skyfall, just so you know.
It's only
The
39
Beyblade
grand.
X, you have a launcher for it?
I know what has to be done now. I gotta save up some money to have him print up a 3D print a clock mirage so I can throw it on the ground and break it, kind of like how Takara and Hasbro broke that Beyblade into a million pieces by giving it such a terrible ratchet connection point.
But like, imagine, here's what I like about, I think that so I'm ADHD as fuck, so I may have talked about this before. Here's what I like about that though. So like, imagine if it wasn't a simple ratchet, it would be really fucking OP. Like we've all seen like the fused ratchet version of Clock Mirage. And that thing is unstoppable. Like, we hate Wizard Rod. I love Rod. I love a little green on Rod action. But what I like about what Takara does is that it doesn't make anything unbeatable. There's always a way to counter things. And I don't think that they even know what the counters are sometimes. But we've discovered it, and nothing is unbeatable. Like, Clock Mirage is great fresh. It's really hard to burst fresh. You just gotta, once it bursts, it's sort of fucked. If you didn't know that, there's some tea. Make sure to pull up the Skyfall, early so you can get you a fresh Clock Mirage before I buy them all. I did that again.
I was gonna say, as someone who currently owns a Clock Mirage that can use non-simple ratchets, it's not that.
Chad,
said
you
it's
and your
not what?
shitting
Anyone
Beyblade.
who's seen my monstrosity of a Beyblade knows what I'm talking about.
Chad
And that's
has
what
a
you said.
cheating version of Clock Mirage. He
Oh,
he
sure.
Yeah, I've
essentially
got one too.
he took a Clock
It's the
Mirage,
top
yeah, and he
half
put
of
a
top half of Clock Mirage, bottom half of Silver Wolf, because the
Danny,
screw points all connect
Where's the
together.
Clock Mirage?
And then I put it
built?
on 750 hexa, and it gets demolished.
Yeah, for him. Put it on 963 ball or 163 ball.
Someone set up.
I did that
That's
before. It got
good.
even worse.
Someone
Really?
also
Okay.
set up in TikTok chat
Yeah.
that he loves his Clock Wolf. You guys are
It's Clock Wolf.
Yeah, Clock Wolf.
Clock Wolf
The hell's a Clock
7
Wolf?
or Clock Wolf 970 free ball.
Wolf Mirage? Is that?
Wolf Mirage.
I think I like Wolf Mirage.
Yeah.
No, we've got a player here. She found like the holy grail of Clock Mirages. Like, it can't be burst. It's
Well, That's
almost
the whole thing,
unstoppable.
and that's what I discovered recently. It's unstoppable when it's fresh. That's the magic. You make sure
Yeah.
to get a fresh Clock Mirage, but once it bursts, it's over. Like, you shouldn't use it again because it'll just you kiss it. You give it a little French food or something, then it'll burst. Like, it just gets nervous, I guess. I don't know.
No, it makes little grooves. Makes grooves in there every time it tightens and loosens and makes the connection crap.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've got to hop off in like 5 minutes, but you know, I would love to answer any other questions if you guys got any, and then Fast Times can take over for.
Yeah. So how did you guys come up with the idea of
fair.
doing it at a university then, out of all places, instead of like a library or like a game shop or anything else like that?
Yeah, no, it's weird, but Fast Times, do you want to take that?
That's all with Gorster, man. It's our boy Gorster. He's got the hookup for UNCC, so we thought that'd be. He had hosted a large tournament with almost 100 players there. Like 4 or 5 months ago? So it worked out well. It's spaced out well, and the room, we've got 200 signed up, but the room can hold almost 300 people. So there's plenty of room for everyone there.
Yeah.
And I guess we haven't really promoted this that much, unfortunately. But one of the other big things is that he's got to connect with the esports club at UNCC. So I guess technically this is an esports event. There's always technicality. Maybe not as big with the Fullerton one because they had a really big esports team, but we've got an esports team that's connected to this that's helping to coordinate the event. And that connect really helped us out with saving money, but also hosting the event at Charlotte. So yeah, that was another really big reason. Shout out to them. I forget the name off the top of my head. I wish we was on the podcast. Yo, Gore, if you're still on the chat, shout them out, and we'll shout them out on the podcast. Say the name.
Yes.
Say the name.
So,
Oh my God, that's what I thought of too.
You've got my ADHD, don't you?
And we
You
got
non-narrative visions.
we got Burr coming through with the Wayward spin stands for us. So we're gonna have 20 of those on deck.
oh,
Hey.
Damn, Burr hooking it up, huh?
There's cute.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
There's a cutie patootie.
Also, our boy Way out here making a killing with those beautiful stands.
yeah, those stands are
Yes, he's
incredible.
As he's good. He gets an honorary
absolutely.
shoe card too. All right. You just tell me
God.
where to send these little shoe hats, these little key posts, and I'll send them. All right. It's also a free promotion because I'm gonna put my team's. You guys have to see my team's logo because I love it. It's close to the image that I have as my PFP. It's a little goblin with a dollar sign on it, and yeah, I love it. We just
Danny.
created it recently. It's fucking sick. So that's gonna be on the key post that you guys get.
Well, so probably the last question before you go. Someone asked up in chat, favorite Beyblade X to play and favorite designed wise.
Ooh.
So it
Did
can kinda
Burr,
go.
did Burr ask that?
No, it's actually from one of our players, Khan.
Oh, shout out.
Oh, Don's a good person.
Hey, I love Con. And so my favorite Beyblade. So my favorite Beyblade ever. Best design, sexiest shit ever. Dude, we love a chicken. We love a little chicken. We love a Phoenix wing. But the Katani one. The Katani Phoenix wing, when it's spinning,
Danny.
dude.
Yeah, the black
What
one's
are we
beautiful.
talking about? That shit is gorgeous. And
Give me Black
now,
Katani.
yeah, the Katani, the Katani black Katani Phoenix wing. That's the prettiest little. And then the build on
There
it,
we go.
560 kick. 560 kick on Phoenix wing.
Dude, look at that.
Yeah, but I'm the originator, and don't tell me that I'm not. All right. You know what I mean?
Speaking of that
Starting
black
B.
Phoenix wing,
I'm the Jacob Palm of 560 kick.
Dog, I was winning tournaments with that before you started.
Wow.
Didn't happen. Never happened. Hey, never happened. Allegedly.
Number 9.
Never happened.
hey, speaking of that black Phoenix wing, y'all seen how the price gone up so much lately on that one?
Oh shit, did it?
Yeah.
Good thing I stockpiled them.
They're
I got
selling
so
for $200 on Macari, Japan right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm
damn.
saying. It's nuts.
Oh, no.
Yeah, damn. Well, right now, my favorite, and I've got it with me right now. Also, we were talking about London before. Shout out Ashton Craft. Ashton Craft made me this beautiful. Can I turn this screen? Hold on.
Yeah, it should be just tap your screen.
Tap.
Yeah, there could be like a camera with a rotational arrow around it to switch to the other camera.
There it is. I love it. Y'all are awesome. Guys, look at that little
That's
grippy
sick.
grip.
Ooh.
Ah,
Look Look at this
Damn,
deck
that's
box.
sick.
Dude, that's
Look at
actually
this
nice.
deck box. Ashcraft logo on it. It's a little worn up. It's a little beat up and used. Guys, I guess these are the Beyblades that I'm using. So yeah, I'm not showing you the Wizard Rod build. But
What's the Pegasus build though?
I'm trying
Uh-oh.
180 Rush. I'm trying it today. I've never used it before, so we're gonna try it today. This is what's a little different though. 160 taper. I'm a tapered
Ooh.
blazer. I'm a tapered blazer since
Yeah.
the day Start came out. I ran it on 180 taper last tournament I was at, and that shit's pretty nasty too. But come on, look at that. That's sexy. Look at that. That's sexy. I'm not taking the rod out. All right, you guys have to pay to fucking see my rod.
Have to pay to.
It sounds like an OnlyFans. Sounds like an OnlyFans statement right there.
See,
OnlyFans.
this is why I love Beyblade. Guys, listen to me. I love you. I love all of you. This is why I love Beyblade, right? We all have the same neurodivergence. We're all the same mentally disabled. And I love it. Because like we all get it. We get our references. We get our jokes. Like I've got 20, probably 30 people in this in this little gymnasium right now. And I love them all because they're all just a different me, but with different builds. You know what I mean? And I love it. I
think the phrase you're looking for is we all share the same brain cell.
Bro,
Oh my God.
That works.
Only
We
one
all
chat,
share-
apparently.
we all share the same
Oh, yeah.
brain cell, and we only have one. We only have that one.
Yeah, shout out to
It's
Bouncing
it's
around in there at hyperdrive.
touchism.
Just a touch. That's just a touch. All right. Well, I gotta head out, guys. It's been a fucking
Hey, it was
pleasure.
good talking to you.
Y'all are all cute as fuck, and you're on my. I'm gonna get you all some peepo. How about that?
Well, before
Hey,
you leave, is
try
there...
not to go 3-3 tonight, buddy.
Hey,
Ooh,
RNG
shit.
Jesus. RNG Jesus hated me once upon a time. We'll see if he hates me today.
Well, I know
I
you
was
just
about
said you
to
had
say,
to...
that sounds like last score.
Yeah, I know you just said that you had to leave or anything, but is there any like social medias you kind of want to shout out before you leave?
ncbbx.gg. That's at literally the site, and that's the logo to make it easy for everybody. ncbbx.gg on TikTok and Instagram, and then Broke Jew on TikTok. Follow me, guys. I be posting shit specifically on my TikTok.
Hey.
I be posting tech. Like one of my tech is called Bounce That Ass Tech. That's my specialty, and I'm giving it to everybody at Skyfall, and that's where I'm leaving. Everybody get a little taste of that Bounce That Ass Tech at Skyfall. Make sure to be there and be there early, 11 a.m. All right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I
So
love
if you guys want to go check him out, go show him some support. I will definitely be linking all of his information down below. Solid guy.
Hell yeah.
Definitely check him out. Show him some love.
Hey, not broken Jew, not broken hearted Jew, not Brokeback Mountain Jew, broke Jew because I spent all my money on Beyblades. I love y'all.
All right.
Peace.
Peace. Have a good
Later,
one.
bro.
Well, he's a character.
I love that guy.
You know, Cake, can I be honest
I
with you? Can I be honest with you?
No.
We are going to be milking this episode like how Baytubers milked the crap out of Beyblade Burst with how many clips we're going to be getting out of this.
The only thing good about Beyblade Burst is the Hello Kitty Bay.
That's true. Can confirm. So Fast Times. How did you get involved in this? Who originally came up with the concept for this event?
I had the idea. I approached Broke Jew about putting us on the map. Like I said, we just don't get any credit for around here. And I liked the tournament Gorister had at UNCC, so we contacted him, and the three of us have just been putting it together ever since, man.
Yeah,
So that's good.
Gorister has set up the location for us, all that. Broke Jew has did most of the financial backing, and I've did most of the promotional and reaching out and securing sponsorships and all that. So we've all had our niches in the deal.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I personally never thought about asking like a university or community college or anything else like that to use their gymnasium, especially during summertime. That is a 300 IQ right there.
That's pretty good. I like that.
It is.
I do.
It's smart. Like, we're having a pretty decent sized tournament at a mall, and grand prize is a ticket to Baycon. And I don't know if you know what Baycon is, but for those who don't know, it's a good size convention in Texas, strictly for Beyblades. And first place is going to be a ticket for, I believe, the whole weekend.
Yeah, I think so. Sounds right.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, the weekend after our tournament, me, Broke Jew, Omega Cloud, Jubert, and a couple of us were all carpooling up to Virginia to play in Laban's event. That's going to be a qualifier for Baycon, like the weekend after our event. So
hold on, did you just say there's not only a Broke Jew, but there's also a Jubert?
Yes, there's a Jubert. There is a Jubert.
No relation.
That's wild.
And
Y'all have some crazy names down there.
Yeah. There's a few of us. That's for sure.
Are they related?
It's a good community down here.
To be fair though, we got some interesting names up here in the Minnesota scene. Let's not forget the guy whose name is literally just what was
apparently
the character's
you did
name
forget
again from Legend of Zelda?
Yeah, he did forget.
I forget the character's name. Gandalf's side B, the guy who named himself Doria.
Oh,
I don't know.
Doria.
We have a guy who named himself after a player on the Timberwolves.
There's that too.
Yeah, Nas Reed. That was pretty good. I like that. I don't know. There's interesting names out there. The Beyblade community is very neurodivergent. That's probably the correct term to use.
Yeah, just
the Beyblade community is
some of the names. One of them was it like I like soup or something like that.
Oh my god,
that's awesome.
You never know what someone's.
That's incredible. But you got to give him give it to him for creativity. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
So now Fast Times. Do you run like a weekly or a monthly event, like on your own?
No, I just got my organizer's license a couple days ago. Honestly,
okay, dope.
I've been a judge at tens and tens and tens and dozens of tournaments, but no, just sticking my toes in the organizer pool. And the only reason why I even got the organizer license was because of Skyfall, coming up. So
that's fair.
Fair.
Now,
but we've got probably 6 to 8 organizers that host regular events around here. So there was really not room to fit another one in unless we're going to go on a weeknight. So
yeah, that's totally fair. I feel that. So then what's your you guys are going to be at this gym. Now, are there like drinking fountains or like places to fill your water bottle and shit like that?
Hydration stations.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's both. There's water fountains and there's the bottle refill stations as well.
Oh, that's great. I know. I only asked because I know at Redline they eventually had to Uber in a bunch of bottled water because there wasn't no drinking fountains there. So yeah. I was just making sure. I assumed you guys had thought of that, but I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, no. We took a lot from what Burr did with Redline, and we've been talking with Burr as well, and he's been helping, guide us in directions for what we can do to help improve and stuff like that. So we definitely have grabbed different parts of the community and, tried to take everybody's advice and what worked and what didn't work and try to bring it all together to have a successful event. So fingers crossed that it's what we got next weekend.
No, I mean, that's going to be dope. Now, you know, we do have some time here, so I'm going to ask you some other stuff if you don't mind, because I feel like we've covered the event pretty thoroughly. But what are your thoughts on these Beyblade regional qualifiers that Hasbro has announced? Have you seen all that?
I haven't heard anything about it yet. No, what's the word with those?
So there's going to be 2 in Canada, and apparently Canada's going to have their own separate national champion. But here in America, there's going to be 5 different regionals, and then it's going to culminate with the finals here in Minneapolis. So there's a at the Mall of America. So there's a regional qualifier in Florida. There's one in California. There's one in New Jersey, I believe, right next to NYC type of thing. And then there's one down in Dallas, Texas, and then the one in Minneapolis. So is that something you're going to try to get to one of, you think?
I would. The Florida one I might be able to. Honestly, I'm just pumped to hear that Nationals aren't in California again, man. They get everything over there.
Yeah, I mean,
so true.
Yeah, my understanding is that they're going to have the 5 regionals, and then the finals are going to be like at the end of the Minnesota regional. So I assume they're going to fly the winners of the other 4 regionals into Minneapolis for that. So that's going to be pretty sick.
Oh my God. Yeah, just imagine that
What?
publicity though. Because everybody that has a social media, TikTok or anything is going to be making videos showing the Minnesota scene, and we're not here to mess around. We are growing tremendously, and we're here to just kind of rip some Beyblades and get our names known.
I mean, I think we're pretty.
I feel you.
I think we're actually very similar to North Carolina, where like Minnesota isn't really a destination, you know? Like, so I think a lot of people are talking about Cali and Texas and NYC, Toronto, you know, places like that. And we're kind of doing the same thing that y'all are, where this summer we're running a couple bigger events. And it's kind of the same situation. People don't naturally think of Minnesota or North Carolina as places with great Beyblade scenes, you know?
100%. So at one point in season 0, we had I think it was 8 of the top 20 ranked WBO players were all from the North Carolina, Virginia area.
Oh,
that's pretty crazy. Now,
yeah,
let's talk about that for a second. I'm kind of curious. You guys obviously do WBO down there. We can see the Sky Falls on WBO. I've actually, one of our bladers has a brother that lives in North Carolina that he's been trying to convince to go out to one of y'all's events. So I've actually like looked at Beyblade events in North Carolina, funny enough. Now, why have you guys stuck with the WBO when some other places like in California and Texas have been kind of stepping away from it? What's your guys' logic with that? I'm curious.
We use the WBO just to be able to get the word out because they are still the big guys on the block. But I'm friends with Stubbs at Beyblade X as well. I mean, I went to a couple of their events. I'm an organizer for Beyblade X as well. Okay. I think I love what they're doing as well. But my thing is, I've got my little man D-Blader right here, and so
shout out, dude.
That's why I broke Juice saying my mini me, because anywhere I go, he's right next to me. He's the reason why I got into Beyblade, and so we have to do we did WBO that way, you know, for the kids and all that, because end of the day, it's a kids game.
Yeah, people.
But what he was saying is the NCBBX.GG is going to be a North Carolina leaderboard. So we're having our own local rankings and all that to step away from the WBO a little bit. But if you want to get your tournament scene known, like, you kind of have to post on the WBO site. That's where everybody goes when they look for a tournament.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of new players that we've come up with, not because we met them at an event, not because we ran into them bay hunting at Target, but because they saw the event on WBO. I mean, there's a lot of power there, you know? So I totally understand that.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of the local leaderboards, though, because I'd seen Michigan had been doing that, too.
Yes.
So
yep.
It's,
I don't know. Maybe every state will eventually have that. That'd be kind of cool.
Hopefully.
Yeah, the thing about
can only
the
hope.
WBO is there was ways to manipulate the rankings with the ELO and stuff like that. There's a lot of midweek tournaments that would just barely have enough players to qualify. So that's why we wanted to start our own thing. So we could really see, where we stacked up against each other and not against a 6-player tournament on a Tuesday night in Wyoming,
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I feel bad for some of those states. We had a guy pop into our server one time. I think they're out of Montana, and they're like, "Hey, do you guys know of any events in Montana?" I'm like, "Bro, that is such a large, sparsely populated state. Like, I'm so sorry. That's rough."
I don't think I've ever met somebody from Montana, honestly.
I drove through Montana
That's
one
fair.
time, bro. It was when you go through the mountains. If it's nice out, it's beautiful. And if it's the middle of winter like I did, it's not so much fun because the roads get a little icy up there. But it's a huge
Yeah.
state. I don't think you realize it until you've driven across the width of the state. You're like, holy crap, this is a lot of unoccupied land. Like,
Yes.
it really is.
Yeah,
Never been.
It's crazy.
I've never
So-
been to Montana either.
So now, do you guys ever? You said you're traveling for a Baycon qualifier up in Virginia. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, is that going to be in the Richmond area or Virginia Beach, or where are they doing that?
It's Laban's tournament. I think it's Charlottesville, possibly. I think it's about 4 hours away, something like that.
Okay.
Not too far. Good little.
I mean,
No.
4 hours is like I think it's the max for most people.
Yeah.
I know some people will go further, but like 4 hours is quite a drive, especially 4 hours there, 4 hours back, and then you still have to play, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now are you taking
It's an
your son
all-day
with on
deal.
that?
He goes everywhere I go. Danny, come here. Say hi.
Oh.
Surprise guest.
Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
There he is.
Hello.
Oh.
This is D Blader 4. He's
Beyblade 4.
he
Okay.
got the best of me last tournament. Last tournament he got the best of me. This is my second place trophy because
Oh,
he won the
first?
cash prize.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
you can't ask for anything better than that.
We get matched up pretty much about every tournament. So I mean, Dad's got the edge as of right now, but
Ground him.
I mean,
if you
obviously-
win.
he's ended my run.
He can still get you sometimes. It sounds
He's
like.
ended my runs more than I'm going to admit. Oh yeah, absolutely. I was another tournament we had in Charlotte. I was undefeated 6-0 Swiss. I don't think I dropped a point all day. I got matched up with him first round. Dude smashed me 2-0. Knocked me out.
Oh my God, that's
I'm
rough.
dead. It happens though. It happens.
Yeah.
So kind of.
Yeah, no, he's the real deal. He's top 5 tournaments. So he's his first tournament he ever won. He won his second tournament ever against 40-player field. So
Good for him.
he can hang. He can hang. That's for sure.
He can rip.
You don't get easy wins with kids around here. Like there's Kyron, another Bladers organizer's son. Same thing. He's top 4 or 5 tournaments around here too, and he's same age as Danny. So
Yeah,
you think you get an easy matchup because you get a kid, and then you get smoked too.
Yeah.
It's very interesting here in Minnesota. I feel like you do have some kids where it is kind of like that. You get them and you're like, I kind of feel bad because they don't have all this stuff and they're not,
Mhm.
But then you have kids whose parents like actually get it and their parents play with them and they make sure they have the right stuff, and that's a whole different story, man. So some of these kids are really, really good.
True.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The rough part about blading with your kid is having to buy about 4 of every release because you got to have your practice and your tournament. So
Yeah, that's what I was going to
that's the
ask.
downside.
Like,
Oof.
so I mean, I assume you take pretty good care of him. I assume he gets everything that you get, type of thing, mostly.
Yes, for the most part. If we get one, a lot of times he ends up with it before I do. So
That's fair. Did you get them in Orochi before they went way up?
No. Actually, we don't have a Rochi yet. I'm picking one up from someone at Skyfall.
Oh,
So,
damn.
Is he getting it?
Good
Nope.
price or high price?
Yeah. No, good price.
Good price.
It's a buddy. See,
they've
that's
been
the
going
thing
through the
about
roof.
it. You know, we all take care of each other around here. Like Broke Jew, he got quite a few of the shark scales when they first dropped, and everybody thought it was because he was going to scalp them or scalpers, and he doesn't. He just brings them to events, and if you ain't got one, he'll sell you one for what he paid for it.
Yeah.
That's very nice of him. That's very nice of him.
So
Yeah.
actually, we got a question up in chat. It's actually from, speaking of the devil, Wayward. So,
Wayward.
yep. So if you guys need or really want a spin stand that every Beyblader X should have in their possession for any and all tournaments or free play, definitely hit up Wayward. His Discord link is down below in the description. Definitely hit him up. Solid guy, solid work. Much love for Wayward and all that he does for the Minnesota scene and also the Spin Zone podcast. So always has a love for Wayward on this podcast. But what he asks is, what is your judge numbers like? Is it people excited to judge, or is it pulling teeth just to get judges?
No, we don't have an issue with it here. Honestly, everybody's willing to jump in and help. We've got 32 signed up so far to judge at Skyfall, and our goal is to have 40. Our goal is to have 40, and we do it for bigger tournaments where it's one round on, one round off. That way you don't get judge burnout, judge fatigue. So
yeah, we've all been there.
Exactly. And it's nothing worse than judge, get up, play. Judge, get up, play. You know?
That is tough. I wish we had the numbers like that here, because they're definitely judging the whole event here.
Yeah, you might
Which
have.
I enjoy judging, but you got to take a break every now and then.
Yeah, you gotta.
I mean, that's fair.
Judge fatigue is the thing.
Yeah, gotta go get some fresh air. Gotta kind of mentally prepare. It is a thing, and people are like, "Oh, all you do is just sit there, watch base spin. How hard can it be?" You go do it.
Yeah, it's not about hard.
No, you got to be on point.
About repetition.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of repetitiveness.
Yeah, it's not physically exhausting whatsoever. It's just a lot of mental stuff.
What about Bullet Griffin? How have you guys been?
Definitely. And
have you guys been picking up on Bullet Griffin pretty good down there?
It's around a little bit. We had 3 or 4 people at the last tournament. I just got mine in end of last week. So I'm just starting to play with it. It's an interesting deal. It's for sure. I like it. I like the chaos it adds to it. I'm not gonna lie. But
have the judges been able to keep up on it pretty good?
Yeah. For the most part, the bottom's all that matters. So there was a good question someone had there. So if you shroud, obviously it's a mislaunch. But what happens if whenever you launch, if it separates and the top part hits, but the bottom part goes in?
Oh. I'd probably still call that a mislaunch, but I don't know.
See, I was gonna say,
Exactly.
me personally, from my years, I'd definitely call that a mislaunch if even one part of it touches, because, like, let's think of just a regular Beyblade. If the very edge of Clock Mirage hits the shroud, wouldn't that still be a shroud hit, even though it's just a tiny portion of it? Yeah.
Well, how did you guys rule it?
But on the flip side, only the bottom part counts.
Yes. I'd still rule in favor of, like, if any part of the Beyblade touches the shroud on launch, that should be a relaunch. But that's just me personally.
So even
I agree with you. I'd call it a relaunch as well, but it's just one of those hypotheticals.
Right.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably happened more times than not. So,
I like it. I wish it was a little less bursty, but at 60 grams, I can understand why it needs to be.
Yeah.
It's
So
pretty heavy. You're not lying. It is pretty heavy.
speaking about bays, someone just asked, what's y'all's thoughts on Unicorn Delta?
I haven't got it yet, so
I
I
haven't
can't
played.
speak to that.
Yeah, I haven't played with it yet.
No, I haven't.
It's
No.
all right.
I've heard it's a very good blade. But
Yeah, it's all right from what I know. I haven't tested it a ton, but it seems pretty solid.
Yeah.
I know the prices of it's going through the roof already.
That's true.
Really?
That's true.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at the prices.
Yeah.
No, we've kind of talked about this on the Discord, Cake, but go ahead.
Yeah. For the prize bay, even on Macari Japan, you're going to pay over $50 for the prize one.
That's true. That's very correct. So yeah, I mean, you must have noticed that Fast Times. We mentioned it earlier, the black Phoenix Wing, but the market's been going like crazy lately. Like the last couple of weeks, everything's been going up. Have you seen that yourself?
Like it's golden.
Yeah. Yeah. Even you used to be able to get really good deals on Macari Japan or sites buying that directly from Japan. But now even the prices there have been jacked up. So it's not looking good. It looks like we might be encroaching a little dead zone here for having surplus base.
I don't think you're wrong. A lot of reports I've been reading is that Taiwan's been having a lot of distribution issues. So a lot of Taiwanese people are flying over to Japan, or now I've even heard they've been in Malaysia recently, and they're buying up like suitcases full of wizard rods and shark scales and emperor mites and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I saw pictures
to bring
of that.
bring back to Taiwan to sell at, inflated prices because they can't get nothing there right now. And it's affecting everybody else, everyone who's sourced from Japan before and could get, a reasonable amount of stuff at a reasonable price. That doesn't happen no more.
Welcome to scalping.
So some of these things have gone up 200 to 300% in the last 2 weeks. It's really nuts, actually.
Right.
And good luck trying to find a stand or a stadium anywhere. Like,
yeah,
I did a TikTok on that recently. The stadium epidemic here in the States is terrible at the minute. You just can't get them.
Yeah, they're giving away like free TT size stadiums and like Happy Meals, but we can't even get one for like $100+.
I was able to catch Bays and Bricks when they got a restock like 2 weeks ago. I was able to grab a CX16, and by the time I could message another buddy of mine that's an organizer that they just came back online, they were already sold out again.
Yeah, that's like the same thing with like the Amazon and shark scales. Like once those
not yeah,
kind of same thing. Because once
I mean it is.
Yeah, get that restock notification. Oh, okay, I'm gonna try to get at least one or maybe two for my collection or whatever. And same thing. You message people, be like, hey, get that shark scale relaunch right now. Go ahead. But
we were able to get the message when they came out, and quite a few of us were able to grab some. Danny, where's the shark scales? But and that's the thing about it. Top cut at Skyfall, everybody gets a shark scale. So right now, that's what $30 minimum on the resale market. So
that's that's almost
somebody on your team. Yeah. Somebody on your team was ready to go. They must have had that set up. They're like, I'm making sure I'm getting enough for prizing. Like, that's good. That's smart.
Yeah.
It's
like I said, go ahead.
Oh, I mean, the last time they came up, within 20 minutes they were gone. You know what I'm saying? Like it was done. And the stadium had actually, I heard reports the stadium a couple days before the last shark scale restock on Amazon, the stadium had come up and it was like 5 minutes, bro. They were gone. They were just gone.
20 minutes. I thought it was like less than 5 for the shark scales. Like, you've got to be on it. By the time you get the notification, if you're not checking out like you're not getting one.
No, it's crazy. And the stadiums are even worse in my opinion. Like, I feel like a lot of people have a shark scale. You know, maybe people need a second one or they want another bit or a ratchet. But the stadiums are tough because you can't run events without stadiums, you know? And with the prices they're getting to,
Exactly.
you know, as an organizer, you got to look at it and you're like, how many stadiums do I need for my events? And at what point does this become cost prohibitive? I mean, you can't buy a stadium here for less than $100, I don't think, if you can even find one, you know? Like,
Correct. And that's the thing. I mean, you don't want to set the prices, so high for entry fees, but you've got to think about the wear and tear of all the stuff that you're bringing. I mean, especially if people do want to pre-play on them and all that too. I mean, we wore through 6 stadiums already, just me and my son practicing. So they didn't make it with the best materials, that's for sure.
Right.
No, and it's tough. If there's one thing I always suggest to new organizers, it's that when you're coming up with your structure, your prizes, your price point for entry, you gotta leave a little room for yourself, to essentially have a fund to replace equipment. Like when your stadium goes out, you got to replace it. Like, that's what it is. So that's I guess some free advice to new organizers. Like, make sure you're building in kind of a slush fund to make sure you can get a new stadium when you need to, because if you can't, you're not going to be organizing very long.
Yeah, you got to have those stadiums.
And it's always good to keep that spare one in the trunk, because there's been many tournaments that one of them goes through the wall and that stadium's done.
And that's why we try, at least here in Minnesota, during tournaments at least, not to have those tournaments stadiums be used for any sort of free play, just so that wear and tear does not get to the stadiums before the actual gameplay actually officially starts. People
It used to be we just set them out.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, people try, but even flipping them over, people still try to flip them over. Oh, hey, I want to rip because I don't have a stadium. Well, kind of sorry, not sorry, dude. These are for tournaments only. Try to find someone else that has one. So it's difficult, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's been many a times, because we bring a stadium everywhere we go to practice, but there'll be times where I can't even get to mine to practice because there's other people that's already on it when I walk back from another room or something.
Yeah. I'm personally done just leaving mine out, like at least unattended, because someone broke mine and did not confess to it, unfortunately, and I had to go buy a brand new stadium just because someone did not want to fess up to it.
I know he had to. He bought it for
Yeah,
me.
that's no good.
I did. Like, buying a stadium is not the issue. It's just taking accountability. If you broke it, okay, cool. I'm not gonna make you. Oh, you broke it. We all know how bad plastic these stadiums are. Just take accountability.
But just fess up to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of stadiums and all that, did y'all have enough show up for y'all's tournament? I know you were giving away a stadium if enough players showed up, right?
Yeah. So we that was actually kind of funny. So we've been using stadiums as a prize pretty consistently recently. I was able to get a pretty good deal on a bunch of CX16s from Japan before the market got too crazy. And so, I've been, using it for prizing at my stuff a little bit, hooking up some of the other organizers with some at good prices for prizing. But what we had was a private member of the community went ahead and bought a stadium set off of me and was like, hey, I want to run a little event for this. It was nothing crazy. It was on like a weeknight, single elimination format, 1st to 7. But it was totally free. There was no entry cost. This guy was just like, yeah, I'm just going to pay for it. I got the money. It's no big deal. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, we said we needed to hit 22 people and totally free entry, and whoever won got the CX16 set. We had 22 people show up, and this guy named Joe Starblader, a good buddy of ours, went ahead and took home the stadium set. It was pretty cool.
Is that Johnny Joestar?
No. I know who you're
No,
talking about
different
though.
one?
I saw
Okay.
Yeah, I saw him on your
Okay.
guys' registration list. No, so
Yeah.
and then me and a couple guys were making a joke about it. Hey, they got Joe Star down in North Carolina too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
No,
That's funny.
it's this guy is Joe Star Blader is his full WBO name.
Okay.
He's a local guy up here who's been kind of helping out with some stuff lately. He's a pretty good dude, you know.
Yeah, solid guy.
But yeah, that whole night was
So how
fun.
many do
Go
y'all
ahead.
have normally show up for y'all's tournaments there? Just
So-
regular weekly events.
Yeah, so we don't have weeklies so much up here. Minnesota during the winter, like on weeknights, nobody wants to go out after work when it's negative 10 degrees outside and there's snow everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Fair.
Not gonna happen.
you know, our only weekly like meetup is we have free play at one of the venues we use for tournaments on Wednesday nights. And that's just, you know, you show up, you hang out, you rip some bays. Once in a while, the guy Papa D who funded the CX16 stadium event, he'll sometimes buy some stuff and we'll run kind of an impromptu little mini event. You know what I'm saying? As far as our so we don't have like a true weekly. Like we don't have like Broke Jew runs every Thursday night at that same venue, right? And it's always a tournament. We mostly just run on weekends. The most players we've ever had is what, 66, I think, on a Saturday. Is that correct, Cake?
On a Saturday, it was
Yeah,
something like that.
right.
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
from a Vile event as well, one of the biggest in Minnesota.
Yeah, so we have an interesting right now. You know, we have other people who have organizer certs, but some people have kind of stepped back or are taking a break right now. Right now it's pretty much me, Wayward, the guy who makes the spin stands that we keep referencing, and then another guy, Sam, who's kind of been on a hiatus, but he's kind of coming back now. And Wayward runs his events in this really cool venue. It's actually just like in the center of a shopping mall. They cut him out a little square in the middle area, and all they've really asked him is like, hey, will you set up a few stations that people can free play, like mall guests who might want to check it out? And he's been really good about that. The only problem is that the space they give him isn't huge, so he has to cap it at 32.
Gotcha.
So like he pre-announced that he was going to open up his event for registration like last night at 7 p.m. 32 spots, and by 8 p.m. it was filled. People were showing up at free play at 8 p.m. and they're like, "Oh, I got to register for Wayward's event." And we're like, "Sorry, buddy, you can't. Like, it's already full." So we actually are getting to the point now where our biggest problem is venue size.
Yes.
Because me and the other guy, Sam, we both host at the same place. We just kind of like alternate weekends, and 64 is about the maximum we can fit in there. You know what I'm saying? And even that's kind of tight, but we definitely can't do any more.
No.
So I think my event for Saturday, I think I'm at 63 out of 64 registered right now. And that's kind of where we're stuck at for the minute until we find a different venue.
Which is unfortunate because our
So
main
how
venue
many-
is fantastic.
How many placeholders do y'all have that sign up and don't show regularly? Like if 64 sign up or 64 coming?
I would say, so we have this epidemic here where people like to unregister the morning of the event because my events don't start till 5 p.m. Right? We got doors at 4, events start at 5. Usually the morning of, I have 3 to 4 drops. The last team event I ran, I think I had 7 drops the morning of. Just, I don't know what it is. I think, some people just sign up for things and then don't really prioritize actually going to them. And then last minute, they're like, oh, I better drop so Vile doesn't give me a strike on WBO,
Because it's gotten down to that.
But I would say generally, if we have 64 sign up, probably, so if 64 are signed up right now, and I think it's only 63, but I'll have 60 people there. You know what I'm saying? That'll be, there's almost always about 2 no-shows when you get that many people. It's just what it is. And then, sometimes we'll have somebody drop last minute, but like somebody else will happen to be there and they're not signed up. and they'll be like, okay, well, sign me up then if there's a spot, So with the 64 cap, I almost always hit 60 people if all the slots are filled, kind of going into the event.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have a big no-show issue down there?
It seems like for whenever we have the bigger events like 60 players or something like that, we'll have probably 5 placeholders, and then like you said, you'll have the 4 or 5 morning of that drop. But here lately, our scene has just grown so much that there's wait lists for all events. I mean, size issues was what we run into with one of our venues, and we try to keep it at 32, and it's 32 every time. I mean, without fail. But our scene has gotten so big that Thursday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays, there's literally events all 3 days every week.
That's awesome.
They're capped every time.
That's first off, that's amazing. And secondly, that's actually something I've kind of been pushing for here, is that we do have a couple newer people who have been talking about, maybe I want to start organizing things or whatever. And I tell them, I'm like, guys, the Saturdays are kind of full. Like, try looking at Sunday, because there's nothing running on Sundays here right now, And not only are you going to get people who might want to play 2 events in a weekend, some of our players are really hardcore. They want to play whenever they can. But there's also going to be a subset of people that work Saturdays and will never be able to come on the Saturday, but they don't work on Sunday,
Sure.
Yeah.
So you're possibly even introducing kind of new people into the community who otherwise wouldn't be there when you only run on a particular day every week,
True.
100%. 100%. Yep, and that's the place that hosts our Sunday events. It's a little drive for us here, but it's at one of the arcade bar things, so it's a good way to unwind before you restart your week.
No, I mean that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
I wish we had some stuff on Sundays. In fact, I think Sam is hosting something on Sunday this month, and might host something else on Sunday next month. So I think maybe we'll start seeing that a little more.
Yeah, so one of our local Psychopum actually has connections with a local brewery, which he's going to start doing monthly get-togethers there. They don't have any issues, so kind of like the same thing. Get together, have a drink, rip some Beyblades, and just have a good time. Just kind of get you mentally ready for a work week, for those actually who work a normal Monday, Friday schedule.
The actual crazy thing about that venue too is they are a brewery, so obviously they serve alcohol. But at least during like normal like daylight hours, kids can still be there too.
Right.
So so it's pretty cool. Like, you could go there and grab a beer, and you could also bring your son, and he could, play Beyblade and obviously not have a beer because he's too young. But they don't disallow kids, which a lot of places like that might. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of cool.
Right.
Yeah, we had one in Charlotte that hosted an event, and it was, kids were allowed, but as soon as the tournament was done, which was like 7:00, it's like, hey, I know you might want to play the machines, you want to play the arcades, but we're going to have to filter you out. So
Get you out of here.
I understand, they've got insurance issues as well. So
True.
Mm-hmm.
Now you said you also have your organizer cert for BBAX, and we've had a few people affiliated with BBX on here over the last 6 months, 9 months, whatever it's been. Is it true that BBAX has age restrictions on their events? Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah, it's for their ranked events, it's 18 plus. Yes.
Okay, but for unranked, it can be any age.
Yeah, they do have unranked events that kids are allowed at. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. That's just something I was curious about, because I'd always heard like BBAX is 18 plus, but I never actually looked into it. You know what I'm saying? So I was curious to hear it from somebody who's an organizer for them, right?
Yep. They're trying to, cater to the older crowd, because it does get a little, strenuous listening to all the yelling coming from, all the kids. You get a bunch of kids together, they want to run around, have fun, play, and Beyblade's already loud. So you throw that in there, and it can wear you out in, 5 or 6 hours of steady listening to it. So I understand it.
Right, and that's probably one of the hardest parts about Beyblade itself. It's just so loud, but having a wide open area compared to just a small room where people can actually talk and hear themselves is super beneficial. So having especially your tournament at at a college or at Psychopalm's event, having it at a brewery or just somewhere with a lot of space, it's super nice compared to being in a cramped space, which we've been there. It's not fun.
It seems like most events up until the past 6 months have been in crammed quarters, so to speak. But definitely
I think a lot
make
of people
sure
just
that,
go ahead. Sorry.
I said definitely make sure that use that deodorant before you come to a Beyblade event, please.
Oh yeah.
Can you say that a little bit louder?
Yeah, say that for
Okay,
the
I'll let
clip.
him say it.
Yep, go ahead.
No, I'm good.
Oh, he doesn't want to say it louder. See, he doesn't want to say it loud. No, we
use deodorant. My bad. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Please
it's all good.
apply a general layer of deodorant before you come to the establishment. Please.
Keep it in your car.
And don't forget,
keep it in your bag.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep one in your car. Keep in your backpack. If you need to reapply, go to the latrine, reapply. Great.
No,
and it's important
hatred.
to note. And it's important to note, guys, deodorant is primarily used in your armpits, but you can also use it in other areas too. So, there's nothing wrong with hitting some other areas with the deodorant as well. Especially if you got some spray deodorant, that works great.
Hey, baby powder's your friend, man. That's all I gotta say. Baby powder's your friend.
Absolutely. So I guess with that, we're about at wrap up time. So
Yeah.
were there any upcoming events down in the NC area that you wanted to shout out real quick? Other than obviously the Queen City Skyfall that everyone's already familiar with.
Thursday nights, Dragon's Horde. That's Broke Juice tournament. Saturdays at RC's Games in Newton, Jubert Omega Cloud. They're going to be running that one. And on Sundays at Bad Machines is Egg Roll Buddy and Table Noob. They run that event there. So, like I said, about every weekend you've got somewhere to be.
So, is there any social medias that you would also like to promote?
Fast Times 11 on all of them. I'm not so active on the socials. I'm getting there now, but that's it. Fast Times 11 on Instagram, TikTok.
Sounds good. If you guys want to go ahead and support him, links for all of his social medias will be down in the description. 10 out of 10 guy. This is such a blast interview and everything. So thank you so much for coming by. So right now we are going to be talking about all of the tournaments here in the Minnesota scene.
All right,
Sounds good.
we're gonna try to make this quick. North Star 2026, June 6th, limited and then ranked same day. For everyone who isn't signed up yet, let's get it done. We are starting to actually fill up pretty good. We're capping it at 80. That's firm. So let's go ahead and get signed up if you aren't already. If you need more information, you can hit me up, Acuna, Wayward, or Egg on the Discord if you have any questions or concerns. Otherwise, just follow the link in the poster. The QR code will take you right to Pay Egg, and then he'll get you added to the WBO event. This Saturday, May 16th, Hit Zone, Season 1, Episode 9, Astounding Surprise at Kraken Hits. 4 p.m. doors, 5 p.m. start time. It is ranked. We are at 63 out of 64 slots filled right now. So if you want to sign up, you got to sign up like literally right now. You're not going to make it. There usually are a couple drops morning of. So if you missed out morning of, double check, see if there's a spot open. That does happen. 23rd, we got noon doors, 1 p.m. start time at the Maplewood Mall for Next Spin Volume 3. It is a Baycon qualifier, so there may be some unique rules to that. They're a little bit different than a Minnesota Standard. Make sure to read the event listing. Or if you're unsure from that, I'm sure you can ask Wayward as well. That is also going to be $10 entry instead of $5 like his events normally are because there is an increased prizing pool. He's got some great sponsorships for this event too. So you're going to want to make it. Unfortunately, the 32 spots are already filled. So if you want to get a spot, you're going to have to wait for a drop. So you got to be checking every single day, paying attention for that. The 24th, the day after that, Sunday at Kraken Hits, I can't tell you an exact start time as I don't know, but I know Sam is running something. It's going to be some type of limited, not the Seattle limited we're used to, but some type of ban list is going to be in effect. It might just be whatever Sam feels like banning because he's an interesting guy, but he'll have more information on that when it goes up on the WBO, hopefully in a couple of days. And then Sam has another event on the 30th. That is going to be most likely a stock event from what I have heard, but don't quote me on that. That's just, the rumor mill kind of talking. And that will be on a Saturday, so it'll be normal Kraken Hit start time, 4 p.m. doors, 5 p.m. start. I think he's going with $7 entry because it's unranked, but again, don't quote me on that. And then again, the next weekend is North Star, and then we got Chicago, everyone knows about. So, and then Contact in August. So we got a lot of good stuff coming up. That's pretty much it. Cake, take it away, brother.
Sounds good. So once again, really, really appreciate Fast Time and Broke Jew for coming out. So if you guys want to go show them some love and support, highly recommend going checking out their tournament in next weekend.
Yeah, next weekend, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte, North Carolina. Huge prizes. $40 if you use go to the website. So $40 for a potential $500 cash prize plus 3 blue Aero Pegasuses, which is wild. So highly recommend go and check it out if you can make it out there.
And $150 from all the toys.
That too. We forgot about that.
Yes. So if you guys want to go show them some love and some support, all their social medias will be down in the description below. So guys, up until next time, so long, stay safe out there. Have a great and awesome rest of your day. Take care. Much